selecting residents who require a Weight Watcher. After you log in to Point Click Care, you've entered your weights for the month. You want to see who has a significant weight change. You'll just go to the gold bar and click Weights and Vital. And at the top of the screen, it will list every resident that's had a significant weight change since previous weights. Has the resident's name, the date, and then what they triggered. Of course, this part here is just a trigger, and this part here is the actual amounts. So they triggered this resident triggered a 5% change over 30 days, but the actual weight loss percentage was 10%, and the actual weight loss in pounds was 15. So we have all our residents here who triggered a significant weight loss. So all these residents need a Weight Watchers initiated. So note all of these names and click residents in the gold bar. First resident we're going to initiate a Weight Watchers form is weight loss. That's the name of the resident. Click their name. And you want to click the Assessments tab. Once under the Assessments tab, you're going to click New. And the screen will pop up. Your assessment date. It's going to default to the date and time that this initiated. Your assessment is going to be Weight Watchers, and the type of assessment is going to be Other. All Weight Watchers assessments will be Other. Click Save, and it takes you to the Weight Watchers assessment, and then you begin answering each of the questions. So what was the reason for the Weight Watchers? You have a choice of weight loss or weight gain. That's significant weight loss or significant weight gain. So if we choose weight loss, what was the resident's weight that initiated the Weight Watchers? In other words, what is the monthly weight that triggered this weight loss? For this resident, it was 135. What was the number of pounds lost or gained to initiate the Weight Watchers? If it's a loss, you need to put a minus sign in front of the number. If it was a gain, you need to put a plus sign in front of the number. So this resident lost 15 pounds, minus 15. What was the number of days the weight loss occurred? Was it over 30, 90, or 180 days? This resident was 30. What was the name of the physician notified? You'll click the magnifying glass. It'll take you to the list of physicians. This is that resident's primary physician, so if I just click their name, it fills in the physician's name and their phone number. And we're going to enter the date and time of the notification. Just click the calendar, select the date, choose the time. And then under the name of responsible party notified, it's going to default to the resident's primary responsible party. If that is not the person that you've notified, you can hit clear. And then click the magnifying glass and select any of the resident's contacts. It will also include their name, telephone number, and the type of contact they are. If for some reason that who you contact, the responsible party you contacted, is not listed, you can clear and type in the contact's name, click what type of responsible party they are, or what's the contact type. You can type in their telephone number, and then again the date and time of the notification. Then we go down to the next section, which is assessment, which is the diet type. We're going to check all that apply. Of course, if they're on regular, we can just choose regular. Low concentrated sweets, no salt on tray, are they NPO, they have tube feeding, or other. If you choose other, you can type in the dot you need. Then moving down, what's the dot texture? Regular mechanically altered meat, mechanical soft, pureed, NPO. Then we do the fluid, regular, nectar thick, honey thick, pudding thick, NPO. Then we can note any recent hospitalizations, illnesses, medical conditions that could affect weight. Also note any recent medication changes. So the resident was in the hospital for a broken hip. We can add that. This resident was in the hospital for a fractured hip from 12/25 to 12/31. We need to look at their teeth, their mouth, condition of their mouth, select all that apply, no problems, or we can say red swollen gums, broken loose teeth, complaint of oral pain, etc. We need to put how much assistance is required when eating. None, independent, verbal cueing only, physical assistance for only part of the meal, physical assistance for the entire meal, or receives tube feeding. Then you're going to observe the resident eating and check all that apply. No problems, difficulty with using utensils, getting food to their mouth, chewing difficulty, swallowing difficulty, does not attempt to eat, refuses assistance, clamps mouth down. Of course, there's an other if you need to add something there. Question 6. Question 6 only applies if the resident had a weight gain. If at the top you choose resident had a weight gain, this question will be available. But since we chose weight loss, this question is not available. But if they were a weight gain, we could check all that apply, and then there's also an other. You can list any abnormal labs that relate to weight loss. Type in there. Then we go down to the next section, which is interventions. Of course, any resident that had a significant weight loss or gain is going to have weekly weights at least for 4 weeks or until the weight stabilized. And the most recent weight. This is showing the most recent weight that triggered the significant weight loss, which was 135. You shouldn't have to do anything with this on your first Weight Watchers form. And then C is the number of pounds lost or gained since the last weekly weight. Again, if it's a loss, you need to put a minus in front of the number. If it's a gain, you need to put a plus in front of the number. C is not required on the initial Weight Watchers form either. This is only for subsequent Weight Watchers forms because we will do this weekly. And so the next week, when we update this form, is when we would put the number of pounds lost or gained since the last weekly weight. Then we can check all that apply for interventions. Red class initiated. Of course, that should be for everyone that receives a meal other than G-tube only residents. Do we need to provide verbal cueing assistance at meals? Provide physical hands-on assistance at meals? Are they receiving fortified foods? If you place a check mark in fortified foods, then it allows these options to be chosen. So you'll just select what fortified foods they're receiving. Then number 5, are they receiving 2-cal supplement with each med pass? Provide liquid supplement. Liquid supplements are protein shakes or health shakes given at standard times like 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. And then you would put that here. Health shake, 240 cc's at 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. So you need to put what we're giving, the amount, and the frequency. Encourage food-related activities. Is there any physicians ordered medication for appetite stimulant? If you check yes, then you need to put the medication, the dosage, and the frequency. Remeron, 15 milligrams. Yes. Kill. Did we do an enteral feeding change for any residents that has a G-tube? If you click that, then you need to note the enteral feeding order. You can note any other physician's ordered interventions and any additional comments that you have. Once you're complete, you can save and sign it, or you can just save it. You can save and exit, or you can save, sign, lock, and exit. If this form is not complete and you need to step away for a second, save it, or save and exit, and all your progress will be saved. If you don't save it, you will have to redo it. If you have completed the assessment, everything is like you want it, then you're going to save, sign, lock, and exit. So just click that. It's going to save it. It's going to come to the sign-in screen. In order for you to electronically sign, it's going to make you enter your password, and then you sign it. Or click sign. You electronically signed it, and it's complete.